The country's extradition processes are under a constitutional microscope at the country's apex court.
The NPA has got a direct interest in the matter that it's dealing with. And should they alone decide, yes, we're going to do X, Y, and Z, or we're going to prosecute you, especially when it's extraterritorial, or particularly where it is extraterritorial, that there should not be some executive role to play in that decision?
Well, there is a very powerful and very unambiguous and clear principle established by Section 179 of the Constitution, that it is for the prosecuting authority to decide whether to prosecute someone or not. And we wouldn't countenance any suggestion in relation to a domestic prosecution that the Minister of Justice can veto a decision to prosecute. Why should it be any different if the accused is beyond our borders? Why then, a la Schultz, must that decision to prosecute become a political decision by a Minister of Justice? Seems to us to fly in the face of a very unambiguous constitutional and statutory protection of the independence of the NPA.
The Constitutional Court posted senior counsels on the powers of the NPA and members of the executive.
The powers of the prosecuting authority, and this is where it is important, Justices, for which the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs assumes the final responsibility, must be exercised by the prosecuting authority without fear, favor, or prejudice. Decisions to institute prosecutions may raise policy issues which are far from easy to determine, as in the present case.
Those affected by previous and current extradition processes are eagerly awaiting the court's verdict.
But because of the kind of criminal that Mr. Payne is alleged to be, it was much more important that they dedicated all of their resources to trying to renew this request for him. It's not possible in other cases. And that's the problem. So a lot of the 87 or 89 outgoing extradition requests could end up resulting in the NPA losing people and ultimately possibly not being able to run their criminal trials.
Judgment has been reserved on both matters. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ziniko Mhlaba in Johannesburg.